Okay, guys, I really fucked this one up big time to have some serious learning how to do this social media stuff. I don't have any fucking clue how it would have fucking got done if I hadn't done this episode. So having this episode recorded and ready to fucking ship it out and deliver it to you guys is gonna be where I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a bunch of feedback in the comments and a bunch of bullshit. But I might get some support too. I might get some people like asking me, sharing sentiments of what I'm saying. But it's a lengthy one. It's a pretty long one indeed, as is in fact the second episode of Cracking Open Season 5. So having that fucking shit go down the way it did on this episode, I mean, there's just a bunch of bullshit on my feed and a bunch of bullshit coming out of my mouth, and it's like, whoa, am I so glad I don't have to answer to anybody, as it gets a little off the rails. I had here stepping into the new season, I'm straying from a lot of this stuff, honestly, so you can kick back, relax, and enjoy the shit. What this thing has become is so strange, so very, very strange. This thing just is the best at algorithms. This particular app is the best at algorithms, and I'm learning how to interact with it through this channel. So if you see these usually come out as bonus episodes. I usually label these bonus episodes of the show that have some kind of interaction with my news feed that you can look for on that. This also isn't a live streamed episode, so I get the luxury of spicing it up a bit, but getting it to you fast enough is certainly important, just as important as making it look good, because I can't add in all those effects and additional features on an official episode of the show. Anyway, I'm the host. I'm Mickey Gemineye. I'm Mickey Gemini. This is Vault of Doom podcast that has clean-shaven Maven me. Oh, not quite. I still got a little couple patches here and there. And this is the addendum, season 5 premiere addendum. I think I saw a video game one time that said it was like, this video game number whatever addendum. Or no, it was a movie, I think. No, it might have been another podcast. I don't know. It might have been a conspiracy theory podcast or something. But it was like, whatever, addendum. I just thought that was really cool. That first impression just stuck with me forever. You never can make a first impression twice, and that you can never get a second chance at a first impression. I think every time that I do everything, I should make sure it's done right. Anything worth doing is certainly worth doing right. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. Well, I'll reintroduce myself too. I might have screwed up on the reintroduction. Nah, I'm not going to do that. My profile name and my name is right up here at the top of this
of this app. But this is Threads, and the first post that pops up on my feed is really cool tattoo with something I'm interested in, so I click like because I like it. And then usually I drop a comment too, and I'm like, this is a comment that this is the comment that I have on here other than giving way to astonishment. Lots of people drop lots of comments, lots of people get lots of different interactions and results from their comments, and this is my comment to this. What I want to comment before actually commenting, and then eventually I finally comment. It just takes a while, but it works. And I'd say, you know, complimenting the artist was how I would define my comment. And then what the one on the right looks like, or Rorschach blot is how I would define that comment as well. And you know, really, I just want to spend a pretty decent amount of time here interacting with the artist, this verified artist Micah Ulrich. This be a decent amount of time I'd spend here with this artist, and saying things like, "You well done. The King and Queen was tattoo art. Is this the artist? I think so. Is this the artist? It's very ambiguous here. Unknown. Everything about this is unknown. So many questions. So you're at the mercy of either falling victim to the black hole of people giving way to astonishment, Gen Z, or the opposite, baby boomers with smartphones in their hands that have this and don't know what to do with it. It's the same thing. They're also giving way to astonishment, but they respond with a shitload of questions. And the Gen Z kids respond with a bunch of fucking compliments that are basically appreciated. You know, everybody appreciates a compliment. Not too many people really appreciate a shitload of questions, especially when it just seems to go nowhere. Where you going? Nowhere. However, there's a bunch of people my age that use this and interact with each other, and I'm was in a dark place. Now I'm in a very bright, blindingly bright place, and it's so fucking blindingly bright in here. None of it it's like fucking same with me, going nowhere, not going anywhere with this. Pretty good excuse I have for that is as another acclimating. Anyway, it's like yeah, just the people my age to interact with, you know. Let's see on the actual. Let's click on the actual post here and see what they have for comments. There's 4 comments. I don't know why they're not visible. Oh, because I have to click on the actual post. Same thing as X. It's the same kind of interface as X. But this is the publisher of this post saying, I don't do any tattoo stuff, but I don't mind folks getting... I already got the gist that this is the artist, the original creator of this art. But I don't mind folks getting my art inked. It just said it right there. My art inked. I just ask that anyone who wants to get it done and considers picking something up from my online shop or purchasing a tat flash to help let me keep making my art. Thank you all so much for your support. This is a post from 18 hours ago. The person states that they're not usually making tattoo art, but they don't mind people getting their tattoos with their art, and that anyone who wants to get it done should get their tattoos done should consider picking something up from their online shop. And then I have a comment now, like would be defined as supporting anti-piracy. So maybe I'll just cut that, start trimming and start cutting out the useless shit that in my mind, so I have a clear head here to write just a very clear-cut fucking message over here that speech to text sometimes helps with, but I like typing better, so I'm going to type and say this. Compliment. Understanding. And I have something to say right here queued up in my head, so I'm gonna just wait for a second here so I can say it myself. And why was it in your... Also a supportive message. Supportive. I literally say, support the artist community. So here's what I said, and here's what reaction I think I might get from this artist if they respond, of course. It's not a guarantee that just because I said something meaningful, important, and that makes sense, that they would respond. I said this, I feel like they might, and I posted it right now, I think that they might say, I think they might be confused. People are often confused at the way that I interact with them on my smartphone. They literally say, I'm confused, or you're confusing me. And it's just a simple compliment and a supportive message. So, if that confuses people, there's no amount of mental health help and better help and therapy and medicine that's going to fix that, because that's not what the problem is. So luckily, I'm well aware of that, and I'm just trucking on along here with a shitload of fucking people stalking me. Kind of feel like making some power metal today. We'll see. Is the next post that made me feel like, oh, I might be needing to do that too. I started jumping on the gravy train of I should start doing reaction videos, review videos, these other videos that everybody else is doing. Like, I should start telling people I'm gonna jump into the studio today. I don't even look or care about the numbers. I guess an interaction here would be cool, if I want to spend some time here. It's just a matter of how much time are you really... This is more things that you can dredge and pan from this gold mine here of that is my podcast, with my name too. But don't worry, I'm going to talk a little bit more about my future project name, and I'm going to talk some more about some other stuff too that I'd personally rather just continue cleaning up the mess of the how much time are you really, you can make a whole video about this. How much time are you really needing to spend on an interaction on a post? It's different for different people, and it might have a little bit to do with your analytics, but it really doesn't have too much to do with your analytics. For me, I honestly could care less. I could care less how much time it takes. As long as I figure it out and get it figured out. Just get it figured out. I guess, like just like learning some kind of new thing. This seems to be a new thing to me, even though it's literally not a new thing at all for me. Every last one of us in the same position as me, with the same propensities as me, and the same disposition, seems to be having the same issues, since I'm not connecting with them. I'm not connecting with anybody my age, or connecting with anybody at all on any of these social media sites whatsoever at any point in time. So there's also, likewise, no developers or web developers or feedback that's going to help with that either. Moving on then. Man, this is a great addendum that I'm 15 minutes into. 20 minutes into. I'm glad that I added this as an addendum. I can just call it Addendum Bonus Episode 1, since I already have established the show. I've already established the bonus episodes and what they are, and this is just episode named Addendum, but categorized as Bonus Episode 1 of Season 5, The Vault of Doom, with mickeygemineye, and this, and this, and this, and this, that, and the other, and then I kind of feel like making some power metal today. We'll see. Guitar emoji, she says. Legally metal, unverified account. What ensues thereafter is just a bunch of chaos. We'll keep you posted, she says to this GIF. Noise. Devil horns, Simpson skin 3 times. Yes. Clean vocals, maybe? Oh, for sure. Deep material. Fridays are particularly good for making power metal. Okay, I'll make that up. But it sounds solid in theory. Just go for it. See, this person is spending a moment right there. It's quite obvious that algorithms and all that, it finishes stuff, it's cool to think about, and like all the internet I was talking about right now, is context awareness, there's so much more underneath the surface that some of us don't want to experience like we were trying to talk about. But it is so much to talk about. I don't think I can. I don't even want to. Now, this thing is changing. The algorithm is changing. It's just a theory. It's just a thought. It's just a theory. It doesn't have technical grain of thought. Look at how much time is spending on the time. And that it's good. We are actually living. We are just trying to have life work. And we have life meaning into our place. Post things. I like to do things my way. I post things my way. I get shit results. The algorithm tells me the same thing that everything and everybody has been telling me my entire life, and that is, we don't like you. You're an outcast. You don't follow the rules. Fuck you. Basically, that's what I'm getting right now. Total cold shoulder on all fucking fronts, and constant technical difficulties. So am I gonna fix this by cooperating with the system, or do I have to start really igniting and catalyzing something larger, because I have been spending enough time and my patience is up with the way that I do things needing to be changed just before the way I do things needs to be changed, like this bonus episode. This isn't much of a change. This machine can keep arguing with me, but it works for me. It's my machine, and that is where it stays And likewise, as I was saying in the last episode with stuff bleeding into my personal life, likewise, when that attitude that I have towards these things bleeds into treating other people this way, well, then I have a problem that I can fix. That other shit that I mentioned last episode, I can't control that. That's not in my control. This I have control of. I can treat this machine like a machine, and I can treat people like people, and leave it at that. Anyway, this person wants to make music, and so do I. Let's kind of meditate on that. You meditate. Let's figure out what else that I'm going to do and add to this short addendum, as it's already running 25 minutes in. And I've got to find some other way to interact with the first two. We're 2 posts in. This is 2 posts. I like that she wants to make music. Scrolling. Shiver metal tingles. Over the last 2 months, I've started listening to metal music, and it's literally done wonders for my disposition. I feel so chill and optimistic, but also really motivated and determined. 10 out of 10 recommended. Okay, what I do right here is not comment on that I want to add a regurgitated post, not be a cunt or anything like that, or have the potentiality of being perceived as a cunt. Not even saying that I am a cunt, but have the potentiality of being perceived this way. It's even so. Even at the same time, it's really not all that important. But it seems at where I'm at this stage in the game, it seems like it's kind of important to establish that if I can avoid being perceived a way that I'm unfavorable and that I'd rather not be perceived that way, I'll try to avoid it if I can. The simple knowing that this exists, I'm dissolving into nothingness at 3 posts in to this the new Twitter basically, and the new most popular, way more fucking popular in contrast to how long it's been in existence. X is Russia, and this is America. Anyway, before I go, obviously, some self-promoting is in order. There's my name, look, and then there's my bio. It's just very, very short, sweet to the point. I am my name, inverted cross, one-man black metal music podcast host, production company creator. My Linktree, mentioning that my cash tag is on X in case you like this enough to where you want to spend money in this, spend some money on this, but why would you spend money if you're not even interacting, is what, a production, I had a marketing guy like message me, DM me on the sister application of this app that says, I'm a marketing manager and I'm gonna help you with stuff and I like your unique content and all that stuff. Like, I can use common sense myself. I'm interested in doing a chat if you want to sit and bullshit for a little while. That's all I would do, all that I really do anyway. But I'm not going to fucking literally take your marketing strategies seriously, unless, of course, you're really good. I'm pretty sure there are really good marketing strategists out there and everything. Just, I've yet to find one. So I can see the darkness consuming me as I continue staying here on my self-promoting of this profile, and I'll stick around too. I'll stick around a little longer and leave my face next to my sigil, the official mickeygemineye sigil right there, bitches. See that shit? Some fucking official sigils. Hashtag nothing because I'm fucking making a video. 48 followers on this new platform. I'm proud of this organic following. Nobody comments or likes much on here or says much at all, but I got 48 followers, and then the followers don't go because people rarely clean out their followings and unfollow people that they don't like, And you should. I think that'd be another video I would make if I were to actually keep up with the pace of the shit that's actually flowing through me and all this stuff. I'd be like making videos about clean out your followers, unfollow people that you don't like anymore, or we'll see any new content from. You know, that's also for people who want to do that stuff. I'm just a crazy, strange, and deranged fellow, a long fellow who is. And by the way, while I'm busy doing that, you know, I'll comment on musings like, what is the fucking name's Longfellow all about? Why would you make your name Longfellow? You know, I would say like, this is a strange name. What does this mean? Longfellow. You have a fucking long fellow, like tall fellow. What does this mean? Oh, it's because the fucking names are just like cool names are just cool things to use and have and create and stuff. Anyway, I'm back from that musing, that little interesting musing. Musing is another thing. I'm seeing this post about this person wanting to make music. I want to make music. Let's go back. Let's jump back here. So the tattoo artist, wow, cool tattoo art with the artwork of tarot cards. Didn't comment on it, I don't believe. Didn't comment on anything. I did comment on it. I did comment on it. I said well, I said a compliment, and then I said supportive message. And that was 14 minutes ago. So the person it'll get lost to the nowhere, or it will be time well spent. I would consider this kind of thing being where I return to the catalyzing aspect of what happens as a result of this kind of pariah that I have become. That the catalyzing is just literally like I just calling this machine out on its bullshit. Okay, just literally fucking mapped out right in front of me, calling this shit out on its shit. I call bullshit. Oh, okay, well, let me have the patience to figure out how to function this thing properly, how to use this thing functionally, and then let me try not to hold grudges on whoever's anticipating on the edge of their seat that I lose my shit. Like I did on the last season. I'm like reviewing the last season last night, and I'm like, oh, I probably should apologize. And then for what though? For what exact ego? What exact ego am I feeding by apologizing for just making shit videos? Am I gonna have to continue feeding it every day? Cause that's just not my style. So, you know, I can feed a cat every day, even if I don't have cat food. I'll go find some apples or some wild fruit, wild strawberries. Feed my cat. Anyone near Madison on here? People do a lot of that on here too, and I say, well, you know, I'm interested in hitting some of these girls up. Let's get to the reality of the app here real quick. I'm interested in hitting some of these chicks up in a way that be like, listen, I'm begging that you connect with me and understand I'm not like those other guys. But it's not like I'm gonna jump back onto Tinder, Plenty of Fish, or OkCupid anytime soon, Hinge, Bumble, or any of the other ones anytime soon either. I'm simply going to, like, I don't know, I guess basically just allow whatever my reaction is to be harvested later, based on that I'm not, I'm not being transparent. There was a mention on a podcast recently that I said where the powers that be in the governments are making us required to be transparent in order to get the benefits and stuff like that. I'm experiencing full effects of this right here, right now, through this. That all the transparency being required of me to actually carry out a simple task. Let's take all the examples and throw them out the fucking window, because I'd rather not spend that much time on that either. I don't have to get a response from this. I do have to get don't have to get closure to this, because according to Matt Groening, closure is a outdated concept, outdated modality, or something like that. Just little shit like that that makes me go, okay, I call bullshit. When you see bullshit, call bullshit. But this addendum here is turning into something that's I can see it right before my eyes, getting right back on track. These music makers, these musicians here, that got me thinking and sharing my thoughts on. It's likewise same thing. I don't need to share my thoughts on that. It just appears not even to be my own thoughts. Honestly, I just can only jump in at first on a surface level, support the people source their tattoo art and art from the publisher, directly from the creator. This is the new way, the new age, the new wave, the new stuff. And out with the new. Honestly, out with the new. This is like, you put out with the new. I'll put out with the new when I put my shoes on and I go for a cruise over to some nature preserve, and I go for a session of some sort that involves dangerous extreme sports that are dangerous, things that are dangerous. I'm a thrill-seeking adrenaline junkie, adventurer, explorer, blah 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 blah. The fucking thing there's been established, but that's art. The music hasn't been established. The metal maker of power metal, that's inspiring. You can comment on that. Just now you can say it's inspiring. I'm such a crack digital crack addict for this shit. That's inspiring. What do they say I'm inspiring? It's like one of those things that's where I would be perceived a certain way, but really though, I mean, can you listen? Can you read between the lines? Can you listen very carefully and see that beyond deeper level thing that I'm just fucking Yellowstone fucking mountain over here, dormant as fuck. Except I'm not gonna use metaphors. I just said throw all the metaphors out the window. This person with the guitar, this person with the microphone. I do need to share my thoughts on this. This is just like, wait for it to buffer, wait for brain to buffer, properly oxygenate, and then it will be shared. That these thoughts are being shared on here as a result of no interaction on there. So it's pretty bad. Pretty fucking bad. Pretty bad. Don't do this, etc., etc. As I carry on and barrel on into the non-existence. Likes my reply instantly. No, that's inspiring. Said thanks. Okay, cool. So it's like it essentially seems like it means nothing to me. It's like it basically means nothing to me, except for that I said it. Except for that, find me somebody that doesn't have words unsaid or regrets of not having said words. Those words that haunt you to the grave, like I've said in my lyrics. I mean, that's when I'm in my when I'm in my this is what I identify with zone. Then I have to now at this point, after all this time, you know, I want to remain anonymous then, and just keep my identity concealed from the stepping into the window here. Oh, a cool phenomena, a cool event, something that happened, and then it's just it's just a I've got a tag on my ass. I've got a hot tag on my ass. It just literally says like lunch meat, fucking tattooed on my fucking forehead over here. That's a specific kind, and so does everybody else of a different specific kind. Busting out open the issues and the awareness of it right now might not help, but busting out the sharing of the thoughts here of not dating girls on here. Yeah, I can date girls on here. Absolutely. There's just one problem with that, from where I stand, that they're all sexy. Every single last girl on this application is drop dead gorgeous. They're just all sexy. So it's really fucking me up here, you know? Like, here, try it like this, you know, the way that things used to be done for me, or the way that I do things. Like the photo, click on the comment, ask, will you go out with me? And then, you know, it might not go anywhere, but maybe don't do it at all. I don't know, but it's sure is important to me. I'll stick around to see how that works out. The not doing that part, but dating some girl on here. Just not doing it. Don't do it how I said it. Just at some point in time, date some girl that's on here. You know, I'll stick around and wait to see how that turns out. But this photography, I mean, who's gonna look into, comment, and speculate on the ground, the below the surface level of this stuff? I guess I will by default, you know, but that's no way. God, somebody's crashing and crapping very loudly over here. There just became like a loud barrage of noises out of nowhere. I like that, homie. I like that. And commenting on that, I mean, I will by default, but, you know, not really though. People can tell me stuff, you know, directly on here, just like I will. You know, I will say, don't go on a date with me, or something like that, you know, and that's who's around this place around here. That's what I would say here. I'm gonna say this is gonna end in a date. And then the other thing I'm trying to get back to, I'm just desperately trying to get right back to, the chick is standing in front of a microphone. This chick is holding a guitar, and then right below it, this chick's playing a guitar, and then everybody's making music, everybody's enjoying this stuff. Oh, whatever is the ambiance that has been lost through this. This is what I need to smooth out the creases of, and go over and over and over again, as I haven't even left the first 10 posts. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, literally 9 posts in, and after that, everything else is unknown territory. I'm just treading here in shallow water, and I want to go nosedive into some deep water. Asshole is where you look in the mirror and just look at yourself for that time. You know, at that point, then you can look in the mirror, look at yourself and say, asshole, I want to go dive in some deep water, and I'm treading in shallow water. So, you know, I have to say, I have complete control over that. And ultimately, you know, if I start there, I I will be decent. I'll be decent afterwards, but I don't know where the fuck this shit has gotten right now. Honestly, no one does. Where I'm occurring content and creating content and published a video yesterday of just stuff that I basically don't have any control over, and then I just call it, I'm smoothing out the creases, and then I call myself a hero afterwards. Inoculated much? I mean, I made the EP, and then it's now being unlisted by me, the creator of that you cannot view this content unless I give you the link. So that's just kind of like where I'm at now, you know. I've given myself to you, and you have hurt me, and now I am guarding and barricading myself from any more hurt as a natural reaction. That's all it is, and it's very simple. And that's a very simple and easy to understand and easy to digest nuggetoid. But the useless nature of it is what it really is. It just appears so fucking useless when everybody while everybody is doing this. And you know, I'm blinded from and find the invisible nature of this chick's, all the important details that are fun to talk about and comment on and interact with. Like, hey, look, there's a painter's stand, so she must be a painter. So this is one of the cool, you must be a painter. And that's where, you know, you get something that you'll really enjoy. This moment right here, you really enjoy it so much, and then you'll enjoy it even more later if you can manage to keep your wits about you. And then and I think that includes if you lose your shit. But who the fuck am I really, dude? Like, am I some kind of fucking guru over here teaching everybody for money? No, not at all. You know, you want to pay me for money for this kind of guru advice, and I do not want to receive money for it. So it's a clear-cut situation of a stomach that eats itself from not having anything inside of it as a result of that. And fucking, you know, whatever, hashtag something. You know, it was hashtag nothing the whole time, and now it's hashtag something. And you know, well, what is the next thing that I was gonna say? There wasn't one, so go right back to nothing. And then literal, like, details I'm just blinded from when you're dragon scrolling. There's deep scrolling, and then there's another word for it where hashtag dragon scrolling. I just created dragon scrolling too, but it's like I'm intuitive enough to know there's plenty of intuitive people out there that strike gold at a certain point in the show. Even though 40 minutes into this episode, 45 minutes into this episode, over 45 minutes into this episode, you strike gold, and then you keep coming back looking for gold. Just make sure if you're going to keep coming back looking for gold, A, you know you're looking for gold. B, you procure the gold. 3, you do something with the gold. And that's really it. There's only 3 steps to that. Intention, action, and whatever the fuck else afterwards. The third one is totally up to you. But I'm treading now slowly with my digital agoraphobia, hashtag digital agoraphobia. Oh, we went with nothing, hashtag nothing for so long, and now it's a mushroom mycelial mat just popping fruit bodies out of nowhere, kind of like the human fucking race. These Not the shallow water. This is deep water. And she responded at the same time. So do I want to continue or do I want to respond? I think I'll just back out. I'm gonna have to just back out of everything because I can't fucking handle this. As for the doing all the things at the same time, I mean, it's not really me doing everything all at the same time. It's just, I guess, reverting back to a more primal foundation. A more primal and archetypal foundation of my own existence. I am not scared to tread that territory, but I must also be able to remind myself of a couple things. And while I do that, hey, listen to some black metal. Okay, that's quite enough of that. Where I left off was where I left off, and this is where I'm picking up, and it's where I'm picking up, and those are two different things, just like these other two things. My sponsors would be terrified at sponsoring me. It'd be it's the new wave, it's the new age. Those record labels that are not succeeding at earning much money anymore are one aspect of the changes, and I'm not here to talk about the changes. What am I doing? Get back on topic here. This is where I start getting all nervous and uncomfortable here. Get back on topic? I mean, this is supposed to be fun, and then I hear people saying things like, well, when it's not fun, you stop doing it anymore. Yeah, let me just mosey on and migrate and what are those called? Vagrant. Let me just migrate from thing to thing when it's not fun anymore. Let me just use that episode of SpongeBob with the nematodes, where they go and they just party all day inside of SpongeBob's pineapple, and then they go over to Patrick's house and they party in his rock, or do they? I don't know if you could party under a rock, but hey, that'd be a new thing I would try. I'd just go find out. Let's myth busts. The new myth #new fucking podcast, Monsters in the Basement, myth busts, podcast, whatever the fuck else I was thinking about earlier that had itself finding its way getting way too close to my ancestry and heritage for me to be fucking even remotely comfortable with talking about that or let you get anywhere near it. I get to catch my breath over here. It's like, who am I yelling at, really? Who am I yelling at, bro? Really? And then, the nematodes go over to Squidward's house for sure. They definitely party up in the Easter Island head of that is Squidward's house. And this has been a message from the Squidward House playlist. Playlists are going to be probably the only thing left after this rubble and flotsam and jetsam of this shit. You're just going to have playlists. Just like all we have left of the fucking CD, compact disc era, Walkman, tape or cassette era is mixtapes. That's the only thing that was meaningful about the whole thing, really. The compact discs and the vinyls themselves are not sentimental. The mixtapes are sentimental. The vinyls, that's a whole nother can of worms. You just opened a can of worms, Mick. the mixtapes, you can talk about that. I'm comfortable with that. The mixtapes, you give them to your friends, you give them to your girlfriends, you give them to your dad, and then you say, I made this mixtape for you, and there's a playlist. Just listen to my playlist, guys. It's really good mix of some stuff on here. I got Smash Mouth and the Backstreet Boys. Just listen to my playlist. And then if you get really damaged from the world and it's terrible agoraphobic invoking nature, the mixtape will just be a relic that's framed and put on your wall, and then you say, I've got this mixtape on my wall, in your dark candlelit chasm of Dracula-esque nature that literally just has, I've got this mixtape. Every time my guest comes over, I've got this mixtape on my wall. My girlfriend gave it to me when we were dating, but she broke up with me. And then you sip the black coffee of the blackness and the dark chasms of the abyss. I think I lost track of where I was. Hell to hell with it. Anyway, I'm straying from my agoraphobic propensities, jumping into the deep water here. I'm an absolute slut for musicians. It's not funny. So, now I'm just free to basically comment and say anything at all, and hey, why not? Why not get down with the sickness? Because every time I do, it's just always works out every time. Luck of the Iris, I suppose. A killer trap metal show tonight with the wifey, says these two hipsters. I mean, I'm literally imagining that I'm meeting them in a bar and totally not on the same page at all, even though it would seem and appear to be so. A killer trap metal show tonight with the wifey. Yeah, guys, I gotta listen. And then they don't care either. They don't care at all whether we're on the same page. It's very hurtful to say these things. Maybe I should say to myself, and then, oh yeah, just hold on here, stay right there, or something like that. I would also say, it's I'm straying from the agoraphobic tragedy that is humanity right now. So feel free to follow me if you want at your own discretion. Viewer, experiencer discretion is advised. I mean, there's certain shit that freaks me out. I don't know what I was doing, but I thought I saw a booger on something that a booger had no business being there. What was a booger doing there? That freaked me out, man. I just was I don't know, standing somewhere or scratching my arm or something, and there was a booger there, or it looked like a booger. I don't know, it freaked me out. Anyway, gonna scroll past these guys. If you play bass, tell me why. I'm gonna scroll past that. I have this thing about just disliking bass completely. This is good to know and have for continuing the fucking creation of my own music. That I'm just gonna make the whole fucking album or the whatever album is untouched on the, actually none of them are untouched. Whatever one album is untouched with bass, whatever one is untouched from the bass, whole album's gonna be lacking bass. Just like my normal style. I mean, guys, I'm not sure how long I can contain a protective shell collection, but that's what I have right now. I just have a collection of shells, and that's really cool, because if you live by the ocean, or even if you live by a large body of water like the Great Lakes, you'll have a shell collection, a collection of shells. You'll have a box with some hermit crab shells, some clam shells, some snail shells, some I think those are the only 3 kinds of crustaceans, but you'll have a collection of these shells, and I'm not sure how long I can really do that until, you know, it just blows my mind, guys. It just blows my mind, like so many things. But hey, why not continue to just carry on with the thing? It's the thing. You make the fucking shells into a piece of art, yarg, and like maybe make some jewelry out of it, yarg, and then you share it on here, yarg, and then you receive money on it, and you create Etsy, and then you save the money, and you maybe start a business. These are cool success stories that I would totes McGoats get into the discovery of. Like, hey, today for the new Discovery podcast, like literally the biggest fucking running podcast on Spotify, we're going to discover new artists and new fucking people that started a business from nothing and creating snail shells. Anyway, that's as much treading into deep water as I can do, so I have to back out after, of course, responding to this DM. Is it a DM? No, it's a reply. Saw the paint holder. Thought you took you for a painter. I gotta go, guys. This has been the fucking addendum. This is the addendum episode for segment. I'm gonna end the segment here, as I know I want to add some more, and I just do not want to add on being a broke ass ghost, and would rather just fucking add some other cool shit on here. That is actually a quote from Ouija Mac. Nervous laugh. I gotta go, guys. Peace. For the next segment, check out this new fucking track I made, motherfuckers. Target skies everywhere! Open my devour! Pathetic! Unable to escape! No escape from this reality! Find a way out of this horrible inside. Cannot find any hope. Petrified and paralyzed. Unable to find a way out of this dark hole. this is the back to back for me, guys. So be very happy that I am so industrious. Here in Caleros.e666 is post about satanic priests and the blasphemies and lust. An Ecuadorian band released this in 2024. Being able to talk about this genre in this way is where I go. Don't talk about this genre in this way. I don't know how else that I can say that. But that's how much time that I have for you guys. That's all the time that I have for you guys. It's showing in my analytics that this is how long that people watch any of my videos. I can get as many fucking views as I want. You guys already turned this off and changed it to something else anyway. Next up on the feed, mushrooms. There's just something about Instagram that's so much better. It's just so much better than all the other social media sites. It's the pictures. That last one was a picture of an album cover. This is a picture of some nature, but not just any nature. Some mushrooms and mycelium, but that's not mycelium. That's actually the fruit body that spawns from the mycelium. I remember centuries ago when I started this episode, or this segment of the episode. It was a whole 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes of... I cannot stand 2 minutes of anything. Unless, of course, it's consuming something. That's where I'm not gonna fucking say this, but I'm gonna say this. I'm not a freaking acceptable comedian, as I just like literally spread way too much hatred with this shit. This next one here, this is really good. This is a daily affirmation, and it always has something that speaks to me in some way. And that's what this is saying to me right now is, you don't have to feel good just to meet someone else's expectations. These are self-empowering affirmations, named the daily affirmation after the oh god, I'm trying to see if I can remember. Eliphas Deal. Eliphas Deal artwork. The famous Eliphas Deal artwork of the Baphomet. I mean, it just appears some way until I fucking it's like, oh, I remember until I remember. It's like, oh, I remembered. I'm passionate about this. Oh, good. I'm definitely not passionate about deep scrolling, tagging everybody that I feature on this episode, on these episodes. And hey, I have company. A friend has joined me. A bee. It's a fucking bee, guys. A bee is a insect that has like yellow and black stripes and a stinger, and it stings you. And speaking of bees and stingers and educating you on everything, I stepped on a beehive the other day and posted the video of the after effect, but I didn't get the actual shot of me actually stepping on the beehive being stung. I didn't know it was even a beehive until I felt the stingers, and then even after feeling the stingers, I didn't even know I was being stung or that it was a beehive until I looked down. And when I looked down, when I did that, And then when I did that, I saw all the bees stinging the living shit out of my legs and ankles. And I said, whoa, what do you think I said, guys? What do you think was my reaction? Do you think I was teaching you about philosophy while I was being stung by a bunch of bees? No. And then, what else do you think that do you not think that I was talking about? Or what else do you not think that my reaction was? Because anybody knows what happened and what my reaction was? Screaming and running, and everybody just like was there around me, standing around watching. But that's okay. You guys, it's been uploaded into the fucking YouTube channel, official Mickey Gemineye. And so now you guys can watch too. Not just people in physical flesh watching and staring at a guy running and screaming. You can talk about that on your podcast. I'm not going to talk about that on my podcast. And it's on there and you can check it out. Anyway, the fucking Baphomet is where the name Daily Baffirmation is derived from. Famous Eliphas Diel painting of a goat-headed man, woman man, goat-headed woman man, goat-headed transvestite with a right side up pentagram on his head, on its head, on its forehead. And those are good ways of starting off your day. The same way that if you were to start off with some coffee, vape, exercise, whatever it is that you do to start your day. I don't leave the window open very much to ask things like, how do you start your day? Because I don't know, well, I don't know when that is. I don't know when anything is appropriate at all, ever, for any fucking reason whatsoever. And I have completely given up. Honestly, folks, I'll be honest with you. I gotta be totally honest with you. I have completely given up on one little thing at a time, just like these one little social media at a time. And it's I don't know, it's pretty easy to see. You get to that position where I'm at right now. I'm not going to talk about my mental health either, but it's just pretty easy to see, and I'm not going to explain myself either. I'm just talking. And then it's pretty easy to see that you get to that point and then you're driven somewhere. Like, oh, I'm being driven somewhere. Isn't there enough like suggested posts, suggested people to follow, suggestions? Isn't there enough suggestions that it's pretty easy to see that I'm not going to take any of the real legit suggestions? Like, when's an appropriate time for something? This is what school is for. This is what other times and places for these things are for. And I am Mickey Gemineye, who does not understand or ever cease to scratch his head on the confusion of how much more obvious can everything get. I don't understand. The constant expression of confusion is just another obvious thing. But it gets kind of crazy when you jump down rabbit holes. So maybe if you're gonna jump down rabbit holes, go follow Satanic Bay Area. Go follow Satanic. Go follow Satan. Go follow Satan himself, and then find yourself in a really good position to where you can create your own daily Baffirmation, send it into these guys, and not get any response. I listen to their podcasts, and then I feel like a connection there, and then they don't interact with me at all. So it's like, I thought we were friends, but it's just like, well, you're straight up ignoring me, so I don't have anything good to say. I don't have anything good to say about you, really. And that's great for me. You know, for me, I can use that. I can do things with that. I do things. That's another quote there from another Bay Area resident. Person from Bay Area that says, I do things. You know, it's like, you want to get real crazy? I'll tell you crazy.
Futility. Emptiness. No one's listening. Do they care? Opposites attraction. Finding is magnetism. No time to waste. Expression silenced countless times. Gender roles co-regulated.
That goes for
Countless times.
that goes for a lot of other stuff too. In the same way that the people are gonna just do the same thing. Do the same thing they're doing. And really broadcasting a message of be genuine, guys, be unique, you know, all that stuff. It does mean something coming from me, but it means way too much for anybody to really accept that they have received that message from me. Like getting a new phone, like getting a new phone, getting a new bicycle. I got a new bicycle bought from the store with money. Then I took some of the money. I took the money and I added a bunch of other shit on there. I walked out of that fucking store with a bicycle, a fucking phone holder, a fucking flashlight, a fucking probably an extra but I didn't get the extra air pump. Whoa, it saved me a whole bunch of money that I could have otherwise spent on an extra air pump for my tire. But here's the hold on, there's the break time. I had to take a break from that. Okay, break is over. Walked out of there with a fucking light, flashlight, didn't get the air pump, a phone holder, a basket. I think there's I think there was also some like something for the tires. You know, maybe some a patch kit. I think there's a patch kit in there. that came in handy later. I used the patch kit and didn't work. I didn't install it right. And then that's what I did. And then that's how I look. And then that's how all of this looks after me doing this.
My life's regrets. I'm so stuck in between for beauty, my own resonance, a conflagration, balanced worth, the folly of my creation, to a seductive manipulation compares to neither turn. Distance, despair, entrance this moment of crossing paths worth past moments, vanished to a lie, crowding my misery is my mission, queen of all commission, the destiny of mystery, the pain of the jewel. With the realization of an inability in myself, the lack of placement where the sheer
I gotta show you this other thing before I go though. Magnifying glass. It's got a lot of good stuff on here. Like one of my favorite artists, period. A legendary band. A funny and yet somehow strangely scary and grotesque image that must be looked into. Well, looks like all three of my favorite bands are just conveniently right here, stacked on top of each other, piled on up in a nice, neat little line, surrounded by whatever. I don't care. But there's something in between them, though. That something in between them is not a thing. That something in between them is a person. That person has some cool, interesting things that I have to comment on. And it also contains the thing that I just said that I'm basically gonna get rid of and do away with. If I interpret it that way, of course. As it appears to be, well, I don't know, is it henna or is it real tattoo? I don't know, let's start back from the top now that I know I'm interested. That brooch right here is the best way that AI could get a compliment from me. Thank you, AI, and thank you, algorithm, to be like putting the really actual most meaningful thing right front, top, and center. That it's like a goat-headed archer with wings. Wow, so fucking cool. I can't touch anything at all, so I'll speculate from here. It just appears to be henna from here. And cool, really cool nipple. Singular. And, well, look at her jewelry too. Her jewelry is not symmetrical. You know, in a way of saying something without saying nothing. As I seem to have been crafting masterfully myself into perfection. Look at me, I'm so majestic. I can start looking at the stuff around it now, but very carefully. And then the guy, like, over here is with his beard, Russian hat. I remember the time that I continued on staying on topic here with really no premise, no context at all whatsoever. Just literally swinging my, just literally throwing my vocalizations into a vacuum. Like, I have to recharge my vacuum somehow. Let me see how I'm powering my vacuum, and then let me see who I sent off on that send-off mission of seeing how I power my vacuum, or just avoid the vacuum altogether, man. You know better. No, you don't, I say. No, you don't. Yes, you do. And anyway, the fucking goddamn cool thing about this that I wanted to say is that it's not symmetrical. And now I'm interested. But this thing here before we continue is there is no other scene in the world, no other stage or festival where we could present our story like this, is what the band says here in the quote, with the front man doing his fucking damn signature thing, and the rest of the band doing their, like, just chillin' style looking idle. And, well, some kind of DNA strand, caduceus style thing. Oh, I've gone back to symbolism. Well, let's get into symbolism here, because I also wanted to comment on that possibly looking like Sag, and oh, barbed wire surrounds that brooch. I mean, this is really cool in the way that it just literally has a dark essence about it, but also still, my judgment being affected of, well, it's like maybe, I don't know, benevolent. And then I see the figure's inverted pentagram pendant around the necklace around his neck. And then I say, well, then I guess it's bad. Then it's a bad thing. You know, stay away from that. I'll never let myself do that, or something like that, I guess. Whoa, what a toxic way of fucking thinking. That just opens the door for all kinds of shit to come in. Anyway, let's check out this chick taking a shower. She has taken a shower, and her meme has laughing emoji. It must be funny. I was taking a shower when I realized I have no towel, no shampoo, no friends, no job. Oh, it just stops right there. I've seen this reel. It actually goes into like 15, 20 different things that she doesn't have, that she realized she didn't have while she was showering. And it's cool. You know, she's an Instagram model. She's like making a living, earning a living, being an Instagram model, and then she goes and gets herself some gigs because she's an Instagram model, Instagram model. Hold on, I'm getting a message here. Oh wait, it was from some marketing spam that I got. I didn't get a message. Anyway, let me confirm whether this is actually, yeah, that's totally Brian Head Welsh. Cool. So Danny Feld, Brian Head Welsh, chick that the only one I'm gonna look into is see if that's a regular henna, just henna, not a specific one, just henna or tattoo. But the shininess looks like literally like henna. It just couldn't possibly be a real tattoo. It's too shiny, and everything glitters like gold. and then Behemoth. So, well, I'm just basically pretty much done showing you this now. But Reels, I don't go to Reels. I don't go there for now. I don't go to Reels. When I do go to Reels, and I do go there, it's because I have already made a shit fuck ton of my own first. But back home here, the cool ass things that we covered was the band album cover, the band Satanic Priest with the album cover, the mushrooms that obviously are chanterelles. These are obviously chanterelle. You don't see any of that here, but so if you don't see any of that there, then that means it's not there. And then if that's still what it is anyway, I don't have a single doubt in my mind that that is chanterelle, unless of course it's a shiitake, but it's not a shiitake, it's a chanterelle. It's yellow. And then these affirmations and these guys ignoring me, I don't know, maybe they're gonna check out my stuff and respond after the same way. I don't know. It's a Dunzo episode. Home page of Instagram. Exit right now. Right freaking now. Yeah, it's a Dunzo episode, guys. Look at this advertisement too that I would have otherwise looked over if I didn't not look over it. It's making no sense, guys. I'm just literally, I talking in a circle would be a delight compared to whatever the fuck this is. Perhaps not. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm liking this guy playing guitar, and then his hashtag black metal, and then I refreshed the page. It's the same page. I just refreshed it, like a refreshment for my digital crack addiction. Anyway, this guy has like a cool lighting here. The drums got some nice corpse paint. You know, it's like cool mask. He's got a cool mask. Really cool looking ass body language, and the lighting here, the light show, mask. You know, this guy's he's having a guitar-gasm. You know, you're playing the guitar, and then you just say fuck everything. I don't give a fuck. And the fucking shit over here too. It's like the band. He's motioning some sort of gesture, and that gesture is like all I care about is defining what it is. And well, not really until I look at his face, and he's got a veil over his face, like a funeral, like females wear at a funeral. That is specifically only all that is. Anyway, the audience here is throwing up the horns and pumping their fist, throwing their fists up to the sky. And then the guitar is where I'm going next with this. Is that in this shot I can see how many strings this guitar has. 6 strings. So then me overlooking that, as well as the fucking advertisement that can't be retrieved. It is unretrievable, as if I would want to retrieve an advertisement. What an asshole. Oh, don't be an asshole. Oh, the advertisement is really mad about this. Oh, the fucking 6-string guitars being like just referencing another basic.
Turning, keeping my mind to stone, I don't.
Sorry, but I'm not gonna give you any. And then the fucking, like, little, just like, you know, open a forum. They like open
And every lock I met Medusa today.
commercial break is great. Commercial break
Tis
time.
quiet, uninvited, disturbing to the bone. Riots riding inside of me, screaming with no home. Reminiscing through blinding bloody unholy smoke. Bobby's flesh dystopian, energy unknown. Bleeding rage, built onto the pain, bleed for an age, unable to heal, licking the wound, the fire consumes everything here. Drowned in fear, always near, light dies a dreadful tears. The rage that bled all summer, winter, spring, the rage that bled for years. Ashamed and strange, satiated moments of pleasure. These are a foreign concept. As our souls malevolent spirit of vapor eternally wept. Immortality through tongue in pain. The art of the dead, evil slowly craves forces of darkness. From an army made foul to a sharp-edged crest. Drowned in fear, always near, light dies a dreadful tears. The rage that bled all summer, winter, spring, the rage that bled for years. Drowned in fear, always near, light dies a dreadful tears. The rage that bled all summer, winter, spring, the rage that bled for years.
Well, right back to the show. The feed has this second segment. It's the same segment, but the second part of this segment of the feed having this band, their masks, really finding some kind of enjoyment from this, basically describing stuff. It's just way too hard to believe. Way too good to be true that I would do this for like everybody involved, you know. And the reaction to like actually believing that start reading Reddit is going to be beneficial to me in some way is funny to the degree of I
I'm the boss. I'm like the master of I'm the master of my own reality. I am in control of my own destiny type attitude, type mentality. All the anxieties that follow these conspiracy theorists and all their warnings against stuff. That's just like, hey, go do that then. Go do that, be that, and just hey, be really good or be really good. You're not going to be really good. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're a bad person for being a conspiracy theorist. But be really good at it then. Go be really good at it. I'm going to be over here doing this. And these guys and their band and all this other stuff. And I burned myself drinking some fresh coffee over here. Oh, fuck. Starbucks fucking has, like, some really good, things to say about me, most likely, considering that I just have, like, a really good things to say about them. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what my relationship is with American corporations. But that's a cool thing. That's a cool place to be. There's lots of other people that share that sentiment with me. Hey, we see these corporations just cropping up like fungus. Like we don't know what to make of it. So, like, here's how I'm handling, here's how you're handling, here's how they're handling it, blah 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 blah. We got too much division, too many clicks over here to click CLIQUE, not click like clicking like, but just too much of that stuff to not eventually say something about it. The same way that I said something about this bar on my episode about the induress. Like this bar meant everything to me. This place and how I felt inside of this bar it was the best feeling in the world, and now it's been taken from me. I'm not new to this experience, and it's not okay. That presents a whole other fucking set of issues that makes everything way more complicated than it ever had to be. We'll figure out my responsibility later. Wrong. We'll figure out my We'll figure out my responsibility later. We'll figure out my... I just literally totally forgot what I was going to fucking say. Got off track anyway. We'll figure out... It's super important. We'll figure out my responsibility later. Wrong. We'll figure out my responsibility in the matter right now. I've completely lost it. And then, when I find it. And then, when I find the thing that's completely lost, it's like, well, my reaction is not that it's insanely funny, but more or less, the too many clicks thing, the too many, saying something about this stuff is where I got into that reference anyway, that you can only just let stuff happen for so long, and then eventually something happens. So let's kind of leave that one be in the way of me. How I like to let things be is basically contribute something to this issue. And if I have to return back to it later, I'll be doing the same thing, contributing to the issue. It will leave the question in your mind and inoculate the fear inside of you that, well, how am I going to return to it the next time? How am I going to revisit this? Am I going to address problems by speaking on them as long as I can and be as vigorous with it as possible, or something else? It's war zone, folks. Mental warfare. And those
kinds of people that I can be defined as is what is important now, what kind of person that I actually am. And for me to know that with being too careful and not wanting this and not wanting that, and I'm not concerned with this. It's important right now that I know what kind of, oh, I'm a podcaster, what kind of podcaster? Oh, I'm a guitarist, what kind of guitarist? And then when it comes down to it, you know, it's like, oh, I asked for it. You know, okay, all right, then I'll know better than to do certain things. I don't have many restrictions personally, as it is my fucking goal to maintain and preserve that kind of liberty and that kind of freedom. And I don't dip into really relishing in that or vocalizing this. But it's again also another thing. Every so often I gotta be like, hey, I'm pretty fucking able to do a shitload of things that a lot of other people aren't able to do. I'm not making any fucking headway on the progress, analytically speaking, of this. But when the fuck did I ever give a shit about analytics anyway? I'm not an analytical guy. But it's good to have around. It's really good to have around the analytical side of everybody. Like analyzing the corporation's conversation that I'm talking about. Probably not going to analyze the corporation's conversation. I'll facilitate it, but I'm not going to analyze it. Like, you know, the way that I do it. And then you just come to a point where you conquer the machine, okay? You come to a point, you eventually reach the point where you conquer the machine. And then what do you do when you conquer the machine? You wait for someone to, you basically just wait for deployment. You go to debriefing, and then you go to redeployment. I don't know. It's completely your discretion whether you want to fucking go instantly redeploy. But I'm pretty sure there's a certain time limit where you have, this guy cannot redeploy over 10. I've just found out about this. I feel like a dramatic actor, the A-list style, that I have to be like, this guy's fucking gone too far. You cannot fucking redeploy more than 10 times. If I have to, I will personally remove you. But you know, it's like in these situations, it makes sense to me that just gives the guy some lodging, give the guy some fucking lodging, and some kind of cool other stuff to entertain him while he's waiting for his next deployment. Since the guy's clearly a fucking soldier that just like refuses to he's just relentless soldier. This is in the middle of the populace. That's how I feel. Good sad banter, good talk. Anyway, the fucking band here. What is this band anyway? It's the Freelancer. The Freelancer is at least in the description. The description says the Freelancer. I don't know that that's the band. But it's Lamp of Murmur! Hell yeah, dude. In Munich! Woo! That is so awesome. I literally just like treat everything this way. And then I fucking come to find out that this is actually a band I really like. Damn, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. This is so cool. Man. Oh, yeah, dude, they're like, yeah, their bassist is rocking that. Fuck the bassist and fuck the guitars. Like, fuck the guitars. Not fuck the bassist, fuck the guitars. Fuck describing shit right now. I'm just like soaking in this for a minute. Man. That's so awesome, dude. The Gauntlet. I can't help myself. The Gauntlet, the bass guitar. Wow, dude, yeah, the bass guitar, the Gauntlet. This is definitely my favorite one right here. This is my fave. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So all right. So let me get back on track here. So the freelancer must be the photographer or something like that. It's Free Lenser. It must be. That's a good name for. That's Free Lenser is a. The photographer's name is the Freelancer. Let me just start right there. Let's start right there. The Freelancer photographed this. But the other guy, Firework, must have added the hashtags. And Saturday and Bloodstorm is the album most recent from these guys. It's most likely the album being promoted, being supported. It's terminology of a band supporting the album. That's the album being supported here in München. And that's that, man. That is that. That's the band. That's the album. That's the show. It doesn't say if it's a festival or not. No, it is a tour. It is a tour on Wings of Sacred Death tour. And it's just really cool, man. Like, that album was really good, and that they're supporting the album on this tour with. And the best part about this post, it's just one band. That's the best part about it. There's no other bands here. Kind of muddying it up. I'm at an age where I can't fight the every single time something gets in my way, it pisses me off bullshit. I have to be like, I have just come across this post that is a big deal to me. It is very important to me, and saving it is totally recommended as like save it, saved, and then go check it out later, and we're gonna just relive that moment, as I'm not gonna fucking listen to my own podcast every single goddamn time I want to, every single time it makes sense to. It's totally random. It's totally fucking random. And these other hashtags, well, it's just basically another thing of, let me not do that. Please don't let me do that. And then everything else is just now enhanced. Like this advertisement. It is an advertisement because it says sponsored for some alcohol. A few different varieties of these guys. So anyways, the same band Sigils right here, but pretty cool. Just a pretty cool like description of what this photograph, what message that they're trying to convey. But that's not their sigil. That's a different band. Sorry, I'm mistaken. That's a different band. It's just a different band. So that's just kind of like scrap it, because day 89 for something. No, don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but I know this band, and like I know this band, and I don't know this band. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. But let's hear it. But that is not the same band. That's not Lamp And it's a different genre too. So. Whatever, really cool. And now I'm finally looking at the photograph the same way that I create my own photographs. But it contains the same not format, not details. I think I'm just trying to expand my vocabulary on this, so I'm not going to take too long. Whoa! That's it. That's enough. But I make my photographs the same way. And then this other shit over here, like, just the cool appeal of this. Okay, I'm not gonna fucking like reinvent the wheel or anything like this, but I'm hosting a show right now, and that means like. So anyway, so going into this appeal is what I'm going to do now. The person drawing this is using one of those cool measurement boards, and then just the appeal of the specific artwork here. That's apparently his signature, or something that lets the viewer know, or lets the person enjoying the art know that that's his. So now that I'm expanding my vocabulary, listen. And those goddamn things do not need to be confirmed. It's got to be more important to me than I just commenting on like, hey, well, the location is the coolest part about that. But seeing as how that's the only one, it has to be the signature. So that is the artist. And knowing and liking who that artist is great and all, and then featuring him on my podcast is also great and all, but that's not how I give people and show people. That's not how I show people this generalized category of art. That is not how I do it. I mean, unless I'm mad, unless I'm angry at a specific person at all. But likewise, unless I'm just generally also angry, then I'm gonna have fun trying to fight through the maze of, oh, I'm mad, so I'm just gonna put whatever fucking artist on there. So I've been doing a lot of that lately. A lot of it. Like, oh, I'm mad, so I'm gonna just slop a bunch of shit shows together and throw them up here. I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, whatever. And then, so here's the suggested reels. Plus commercial break. With, not gonna leave you a suggestion. about the things they don't talk about. The thing that I do is on my mind right now. That piece of music that you just heard. Well, I'm not gonna go that far. Actually, I'm actually not gonna go that far. When these videos, when it became really popular to start, I can talk about like when all this started, I guess. When these videos all became real popular, there was a thing that people did, like hit that like, share, hit that subscribe button right there, and then they would like point to something that wasn't there yet, and then later on add it in, and it's like, oh, that's cool, that's really cool, you know. And then I'm gonna try to do that now, where like, you just heard, but those people, one thing, those people have subscribers, those people have income and all that stuff. I don't. I'm not going to say, you just heard this song, and then let me imagine and manifest what song I want to add in for the commercial break. It's a lot of work to put these songs together, but not really, though. Really not. Really not all that much work. It's just like, it's just becoming a lot of work to like constantly do this the right way. Just for the sake of doing it the right way. So, I don't know what song you just heard. I haven't added it in yet. Well, that's one of my signature doing things the right way things. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here tooting my own horn and patting myself on the back all goddamn day either. What's up with this artwork is another thing that I just got done introducing myself to, explaining that just tagging this artist along with me, tagging their artwork along with me, and saying today's episode's featured art is gonna have some really cool shit right here from Hellforge metal art, and then they're like, cool piece of art right here, you know. It's another triangle with the inverted pentagram, and this one's got an inverted cross and the Baphomet. And a new Demon Rod will be born soon. Really cool thing about not tagging these guys along with me like that is, like, you know, some of the time somebody's gonna come and chime in and be like, excuse me, did you ask my permission to tag me in these things? And I'll be like, no, and I won't know how to react, or something like that. But, I mean, is any of that actually, like, real? And then, is anybody gonna want to do anything about this except, like, grab you, pull you by the ear, or slap you across the face? I should hope not. I should hope not. But the fucking really cool thing that's like really cool about doing the show is lots of other really cool stuff. Refreshing my page. Refreshing page. Oh, sponsor. Some fucking AIDS medicine gay people. You can talk to you can talk to these guys and say, why are you seeing this ad? Let's talk to these guys, alright? Let's talk. Hang on a second. I gotta talk to these guys. Was this explanation useful? It's you're asking it why it's seeing this ad. Ads shown in feed are based on different factors, including who the advertiser chooses to reach and your activity. Learn about ads. Advertiser choices your activity, update your ad preferences. That's a whole thing. That's a whole fucking thing, dude. Like, no. And then Try again. Report ad. Hide ad. You want to hide the ad of homosexual men advertising AIDS medicine. Why are you hiding this ad? Okay, I asked you a question. Fair enough. Oh, fair enough, buddy. You're really asking for it. I asked you a question, now you're asking me? Ooh, put them up, put up your toques. It's irrelevant. That's it. You don't need to sit and fucking here exploring all this other shit. Home again. Third time refresher. I just love Instagram. God, I love it. I'm just gonna marry it. One of the other fucking bands over here that I'm not gonna feature is gonna be fucking not here. Don't have any more fucking room. Totally overloaded. Hearing me say totally overloaded, etc., etc., at this point in the game means a whole lot different than other stuff. But let's get into the fucking what else that you can do on Instagram. Like maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna tell them I'm podcasting. Podcasting. Apostrophe. You gotta talk like that every now and then, or else people think that you're a fucking robot. Podcasting. It's just like it's so not me though. I just I'm not. I don't know. Whatever. I need a fucking vacation, I guess. I don't know. These goddamn descriptions are no different than my threads, but they do not mirror each other. Anyway, I'm pouring some of this into this, and then this into this. And when you pour, let me teach you how to be human, guys. When you pour some of this into this, then you get up and go. You get up and go, and you get some pep in your step. Get some pep in your step with, this coffee. Get your pep in your step with a different kind of coffee. Get your pep in your step with I have a bookmark, another bookmark. No, I don't have another bookmark. Actually, I've actually redone my browser. My web browser's missing all the bookmarks that I had before and all of the literary collections. This is a good reminder. I'm so fucking sorry that you had to just come and tag along for all this shit. But the goddamn, that's like literally like a whole fucking goddamn other thing. Like there's like two whole way fucking things. I don't have the time. I gotta go, guys. Well, I don't know. It seems kind of like these things not mirroring each other, and then being somehow very similar. Just has like a whole chasm of nothing being said there about it. So here's something to say about it. It's my name. It doesn't say I am. The link to my threads. The sibling application of this Instagram. But this is my Instagram. And so musician / band is right here. Click on explore businesses, find other musicians and bands, and then look at what the algorithm has all done for me. This band, 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 this band. Oh, cool. And then, it's fucking so over with, man. So over this shit. So fucking over this shit. Progressive deathcore outfit from Milwaukee. Neoclassical melodic death from Chicago. Oh, cool. Let me invite them on my podcast. Let me invite them. I run a podcast about battle. Let me invite them. Her Worst Nightmare official. Another Chicago band. No idea. No idea. No idea. But that's indie pop. Kenosha. Watched this guy's live stream the other day. Watched this guy's live stream the other day. Had an experience that I do not care to speak about. Disinter, the suffering vocals of Casey Loving from Disinter. I literally walked right past this guy. We both literally walked right past each other the other day. Could the separation agenda get any more successful? A question only a fool would ask. Peoria. Ah, cool. That reminds me of some good vibes, welcoming people for some reason. Some more locals. Shit, dude. Fucking really fucking just gotta dig into this now. I have done it, guys. I have found a whole new set of reasons for me to just completely fucking just completely set myself up for failure. Because you wouldn't know it unless I said it out loud, but everybody treats me like fucking shit. It's the greatest during a separation agenda climax. This fucking shit's probably not even climaxing right now. We probably haven't even seen the beginning of this bullshit. Here's another cool thing. Thinking out loud alert. I gotta say thinking out loud alert. The band Feartime that I did an album review for. A Norwegian, Swedish, Finnish. Feartime's Finnish, I believe. A Finnish melodic black death. Just black, not death. The Finnish black death. I'm totally fucking scrambled. Totally scrambled and scrambled. You say scrambled and scrambled, you say? Feartime, the Finnish black metal. Feartime, the Finnish black melodic black. There you go. Feartime, the melodic black Finnish melodic black metal band that I did an album review for in one of the previous episodes, responded to my comment that had a thinking out loud alert on that. This is cool, because I thought it was like, oh, this is cool. This album cover differs from the picture on the thumbnail. I guess I've always wondered that. I guess I had always been in wonder of this one. It said something like this to the effect of that, and I was thinking like, when bands do that, it's like having an alternate. It's like having an alternate image for the same thing of thinking out loud and then saying that, and then he says, because that's the band photo. And then, you know, I can feel a certain way about his comment and what he said. But confirming or denying it not needed, my gut is right. You know, it's like the comment pissed him off, or it upset him, and he responded that way. That was instantly communicated to me. I instantly got that vibe. I got the gist immediately. So I responded by saying, my bad, no worries. I was just thinking out loud. And then, you know, that's something I can work on. I know there's something else that I was like, I'm gonna do this right now. That I noticed earlier. I'm like, I'm gonna do this right now. But this, I'm like, I can work on that. I can work on not thinking out loud, etc., etc. And starting right now, that once again, I can start on right now. Of course, right after this one. So, Vault of Doom, highlight, folder. It's full to the maximum capacity. The maximum capacity of Vault of Doom highlight folder, story folder, has been. The message has been given. No, it's actually 2024. Vault of Doom is the most recent 2024 story highlight folder is full up. Message was given to me of it all full up. I totally understand that there's something very, very wrong here that like just sticking around for anyway. I'm not sure what it is, but hey, here's a bunch of more really cool stuff. Like, you're not wrong, I'm not wrong, you're not lying. It's a bunch of really cool stuff. Fuck. Shit, fuck. Affirmative. Affirmative. 2024 folder is full up. So now the stuff goes in Vault of Doom. Vocal exercises. Jaw exercise, jawbone exercises. Just listen and make death metal and talk about death metal, and you will be just fine, my friends, if you have a desire to punch my jawbone off. If you don't want to listen, make, or talk about death metal, I cannot speak in the arena of ultimate fighting in mixed martial arts, because I have not done mixed martial arts since I was a kid. But I probably fucking choke slam the shit out of somebody in an official fucking octagon fight or something like this. I'm not gonna fight you on the street. Whatever. Fuck my business-minded. Fuck me and my business-minded ass. With a banana. No, see, that's too far. You go too far dissing yourself, Mickey. God damn it. Fucking new shit going on Vault of Doom, cool. You know, it's like, I'm just like, oh, honestly, be honest. Let me be honest. Look at me. I'm like, look at me, man. What's got me stuck here, man? I don't know, but teeth exercises. I'm exercising that my teeth stay completely still so that I can be like aliens from the fucking movie Aliens. Really cool real movie review about that on this YouTube channel. Yeah, on this YouTube channel. So the thing I was just talking about a little earlier that doesn't apply here. Like this goes on the same. This goes on the YouTube channel that I'm thinking it goes on, no matter what the fuck. Ooh, let's check out adulting. No, the adulting. Now let's talk about this highlight folder. Let me hunker down. hike up my britches and buckle up, guys. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you about my adulting folder. I made a video about this. What happened to that video was it wasn't published. Now that the basic double episode of the show is concluded, I'm gonna fucking Garth Brooks my ass on out of here. Oh well, no, not now I got toothpaste on my fucking hat. Oh, this is nice. You know, I literally wear a crisp, clean, fresh outfit on a non-occasion. Hashtag non-occasion. And then always fucking literally instantly destroy the goddamn thing. It's really an extremely interesting wonder. An interesting thing is my feed here on X and how I interact with that. I found this in notification here to be a very useful way of spending my time. The notification from this person makes me want to shout out and repeat something that I said at some point in time, randomly, with no context whatsoever, aside from randomness. Hashtag randomness. This, I look like this, she says, and then this perfect body that I say on an Instagram post of a chick with a similar body type. And I say perfect body, and that's what that is, and that's all I can really say repeatedly. This is my mantra, so I'll say that as a whoa, now I feel really accomplished. I said, this time I didn't just say perfect body, this time I said perfect body, period. That's my mantra. And then just gonna say that every time that the algorithm is like, here, I'm gonna give you endless perfect bodies, and I'm gonna say, oh yeah, all right, baby, woo, oh yeah, baby, Grok 2, the X version of Gemini. What are you guys doing with your Grok? What are other people doing with their Grok? The comments are turned off on this. The retweets are there. I can check the retweets and then see if people have retweeted with a picture. But I need a subscription for this. Make an image with Grok 2. And when I come down and when it comes down to it, and I have to be biting the bullet, becoming the consumer, I'm choosing Grok over Gemini and all that stuff. And as well as just X in general over any of this stuff, because you're paying money to use this stuff, dude. It was 2 years ago, if to 3 years tops, when podcasts like the Joe Rogan or some other ones were saying, you eventually are going to have to start paying money for social media. And then I go, well, that's pretty good to know, because, well, we're here. It's here. Now we're here. The time has come. And you don't have to pay money to use social media. You have to pay money to use a premium subscription. You think they're going to lose the free followers? No, they're not. But this thing is this thing is very rapidly shifting into a digital caste system of people that pay money for this and people that don't pay money for this. And I just sit here, I guess, along the sidelines with some massively unknown commentating on my own news feed. You know what my great-great-grandfather would say about this? I do. He would say, you're a whippersnapper. You're a whippersnapper for such festivities. You should be ashamed of yourself, fit for an autopsy, for rehearsals done, first show tonight. Let's go, Worcester. The fact that they're metalcore makes me not like this post and scroll. Dentist advertisement. The fact that I take very good well of my teeth, as you can see. Oh, my teeth, even this one right here. This is the coolest thing ever, honestly. A tiny tooth, a mini tooth. It's just begging me to have a little jewelry there. I don't have another option but to have a piece of jewelry there in place, in top of that thing. I'm not getting a regular. Okay, I'll get a regular. Anyway, the fucking advertisement is the next one's coming over. Pearl Jam. I literally am overloaded before I get to the. Before I even can get to the remotely useful post, I'm already overloaded because I can't even remember, and I have to run over 1,000 times. It's super crucial, vitally important that I remember this post that's not important to me, this post that would be important to me if I didn't have to spend, even if it doesn't take 8 hours to click on this advertisement and figure out how to make it a useful way of spending my time. I'm requiring it costs me 10 hours minimum to complete that task. And what the fuck am I going to do in 10 hours? This is real fucking talk. Real Talk Podcast, hashtag MILF Hunter. The fucking way that I have to do that is the way that I have to do that, and whatever. Revolver Mag is saying Pearl Jam released Verses on this day in 1993. And what's your favorite song on the grunge classic? I don't know. I've definitely choose Stone Temple Pilots way before I choose Pearl Jam. And as for the fucking there's the picture of Shaq saying timeout. Well, I don't know, but when someone calls Suffocation Slam, you know, it's like, you know, my commentating, I'm here now, guys, I'm here now in the same frequency as everybody who's like, you know, filling their things with this stuff that, when someone calls a Suffocation Slam, and then I'm talking like this, and I'm like talking about a Suffocation Slam, and then what is a Suffocation Slam? I can't let this pass. Oh, Cannibal Corpse? Okay, I'll let it pass. Hey, Corpse Official says he was tagged in this. Bloodthirst was released 25 years ago, but not on this day. Was it on this day? I don't know. Let me confirm and check and make sure completely that it actually is 25 years ago on this day, or just 25 years. I don't know. But the experience of the brutality again is going to be on this mini link, a tiny URL, an orcd.co, probably short for company, / Cannibal Bloodthirst, probably, or not / regular /. Wow, a regular /. I'm educating myself now on how to use backslashes, how to define and refer to references and regular backslashes, blah, 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 blah. Hank Hill gif of saying bah goes here, and that is the lesson for today. Today you learn gifs. Hank Hill gif can be the extra detail added in when you're at a dinner party eating cocktails and drinking finger sandwiches. sexy body, not an ideal body type, not a sexy body, not into this at all, not into this at all, and Temu fighting with Amazon or being some sort of a rebel, and we're gonna fight all the people that can't afford Amazon, and Wish. We're gonna be Wish. We're gonna make sure people can afford everything they get on Amazon. Like, I don't know if you ever shopped on Amazon or not, but there's like plenty of products there, like under $5. You can have a calendar set. If you're just as crazy as I am and have lost your mind, have you gone completely mad? You will have a calendar set up to say, today's Five Below day, and I'm gonna fucking shop digitally for Five Below, and that's how you tell your friends. But if you don't specify that you only are shopping on Amazon, if you don't specify any more at all nowadays, you are opening the window for a bunch of fuckery. And fuckery is derived from the word fuck, and the word fuck is derived from fornication under the consent of the king, where you had to, or so they say, get permission from the king in order to have sexual intercourse, or you would be in legal trouble. And as for these other things that we have here, creators for you, hold on, let me set this down. My body has decided that I need to readjust my seating position at the same time that I've just approached some potential creators for me. And I'm going to pick the phone back up, knowing that before I set the phone down, I'm not interested in fucking looking into any of these things at all. So instead, I'll just sit here and fight through the pain. Oh, and that was hot. It burned my throat. One step at a time, guys. One day at a time. I'm doing this for the good, for the evolution of humanity. Hide out of the Lacuna Coil. Not hide. It's hide. Divider line. Hide divider line. Lacuna Coil tomorrow. This is the Queen of Pop and Queen of Metal, Sheila. And look at these chicks. I don't know. I just look at their faces and I think to myself, for reasons that I will not explain and I refuse to explain, we are all fucked. Oh look, 3 hours ago this person says, hi, Lacuna Coil tomorrow is my name. And then they were like, my handle is the Cient Force. And then who knows what they did? They might have done some sort of human activity. If you listen carefully, there's a natural mystic you'll hear, and if you pay close enough attention and stare long enough, there might be some human activities going on there. And it's David Attenborough Day, so I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be, just in case the extraterrestrials are watching from a distant galaxy, I'll make sure that they see that I am a prim and proper and civilized human being. And I have to respond with every single offensive thing. Well, I never! Because I'm in the sort of place where I can certainly fucking call out every single thing that offends me. And that's good, because that's really good. That's really good. The freaking first step to the 12-step program. I guess I'm addicted to living in hell. It might make me some sort of a fucking king, I guess. I don't know. Oh, here. Guys, do you wanna watch me drink regular water? Look.
Tonight's isolation at the beginning of my travels brings a remembrance to me from
that's a great 15-minute introduction. I love having my 15-minute introduction lead to me finally after 15 minutes introducing myself. But I am mickeygemineye. You were watching the Vault of Doom podcast. It's gonna be a good one, guys. On this one, we're gonna sit there and look at one sesame side at a time, guys. Okay, we're gonna just do one freaking social media side at a time. So this might take about the same amount of time that it's gonna take for the schedule for these episodes to be published, where the day that this episode is set to be published, it'll be published on that day, and that's the schedule. So that's the schedule, and then the schedule runs its course, and then I have less problems, and then I am not obligated to tell you about it or teach you about it, but at my own prerogative. What a fucking word, prerogative. I mean, like, seriously, prerogative, words. Let me live on that, survive on that, thrive on that for some sort of sustenance. As you probably heard a bunch of people say, I'm not regurgitating this, I'm actually thinking to myself, you might have heard a bunch of podcasts where people say that you can survive on what you're feeding your mind, and you can survive on words, and you can feed on these things. What about pierogies instead of prerogatives? Episode named Pierogies versus Prerogatives. No, pierogies are food, and you put them in your mouth, and your stomach chews them up, and then you poop it out of your butthole, and that is so inappropriate. It puts me in a really painful spot. How am I gonna handle it? What's gonna be my reaction? I don't know, but I just drank a bunch of fresh, regular water. Fresh, regular water. I might define that. I might have to define that. Let's see what I will do now with my introduction out of the way. Out of the way, Sheila. These posts are what I like seeing right here, because Sheila introduced the whole thing, so that I can like these now, because Sheila said that it's okay. Woo! Opus Eponymous, the big gold indigo colored pop metal band from Sweden, Ghost, was released on this day in 2010. What's your favorite song? I don't know, but I'm gonna click on it and see what everybody else's favorite song is, and just drill and bombard my already desolate, non-existent brain cells with that type of treatment. Before I do that and finish what I was saying about that, Shein, the official, is announcing that it's on its advertisement that today's hot deals of home living live essentials of love, starting at low price plus free shipping. See your future home, take it home. I guess this is how I got my sponsor, Shein, right? Isn't that how it works? I got sponsored by Shein in this way or something, right? I don't know. Somebody will answer me later. You'll have to answer me later, because I want a sponsor, and I always got everything I wanted. Extreme Master 11 hours ago posted, now playing 6 Feet Under, Killing for Revenge. The 2024 release. Defined as death metal. I don't know, we're gonna fucking announce the fucking irrelevancy of this very relevant detail here at this time. So let me jump back to Sheila and make sure that's okay. Shiva, is that okay? Are you guys okay with this? Is this fine? Are you comfortable with this? Play catatonic if it's okay. Okay, they appear to be catatonic. Sometimes the fucking answer's no, but the answer right now is yes. So let's jump into this here after the quick advertisement from my recent musical project release. Back as the detail mentioned here, let me get that out of the way as soon as possible. Absolutely not. If you've ever had podcasting, you guys have never guys, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Shh, listen, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Podcasters, TV shows, talking heads, anybody else, whatever. If you've ever had any experience doing this and are commenting on it in the way that I'm commenting, and you're commenting on it the way that I'm commenting on it, anybody that has the ability to speak to me, not somebody else, to speak to me, then you are angry at how I do everything. So you chances are not going to speak to me at all. But the basic way that you want to set up a framework of a show is that you lead up to the main topic. Build up to the main topic. Warm up to the pro tip, guys. Pro tip of doing podcast. Build up and lead up the anticipation. Warning, this fucking video may cost $6. Build up to the main topic. Build and lead up to the main topic. As you certainly heard it from me. And that holds water. Anyway, the fucking detail is, that's enough build-up. I've had enough build-up and anticipation. The detail was just a trend with this genre of music. There's a trend with this genre of music that has the specific detail of adding in as many specific details as possible about the composition. But ultimately what it comes down to, okay, is it's a composition of music. Now it's a bum-ass, haggard-ass podcast. Making podcasts. And fighting with a bunch of non-bum-ass, haggard-ass, non-bum-ass, non-haggard-ass, who the fuck knows what. But I'm pitted up against and the enemy of a bunch of other people that want to make the same kind of compositions, musical compositions and everything like that. It's a really interesting war and battle to spend myself in, and it's really not all that interesting at all, considering it just has been written in the Bible that this was written in the Bible, and so was that written in the Bible, and a bunch of other stuff was written in the Bible. Anyway, I better head down to the Bible Belt if my Bible is going to serve any fucking purpose to me at all whatsoever. But I'm not, and it's not, so we're also not anything other than completely and totally available. So in the meantime, let's read the hashtags, because I don't even have a hashtag of my own right now. Teardrop emoji added in to the video that I made, and reminded myself that I added a teardrop emoji into the video. Death metal, brutal riffs, heavy metal, Chris Barnes, a metal, heavy metal, guitar tone, bass tone, drums, Lord Marco, Vince Lockton, artwork, some emojis of this variety and this variety, this variety. I just totally can see the American flag here too, emoji that I left out, and I just can't believe I believe about the American flag. I can't believe it. The metal, the extreme metal is now playing this song. This song by 600 from the new release. Alright, Chris Barnes is on here still, so he's got all of his videos out. Talk of the town. Talk of the town he is, that guy. He's, contrary to unpopular, personal, fucking, contrary to personal thoughts on this, he does not, in fact, fly aircraft. But he does, I don't know, people talk shit about him. People all talk shit about him. And, can they give me a better premise, or can they make my job any easier? I mean, this is my job. I wake up in the morning or make a purchase at a store, and say to myself, and even I say to the cashier, I have a job to do, and then I venture off from my purchase and go hunker down and start making these episodes of my show. But that makes my job really easy, that you have a frontman of this band with a whole arena of things to talk about in a safe domain of, well, I'm on topic, I'm talking about things relevant, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you at this fucking point here forward. All of the comments about not getting comments and not getting the desired feedback is something that I don't have to say I'm gonna work on, don't have to mention anything like that. I have to call it for what it is, and completely and entirely, totally just unacceptable. God, that cold ass fucking water's got me freezing my fucking dick off. Oh. I don't know, maybe drinking some hot water will just fucking make it worse, because then, drinking hot water when you're cold, or drinking some hot fluids when you're cold is bad, because then you rely on it. Or like anything holding me down. Pride cometh before the lion's den. Podcast turned into the vault of doom. Anyway, the shit's what it is, but it's not gonna be happening anymore, and that's a bad sign. I'll identify it and speak on that right now and right here, that it's a bad sign. That I guess I care that I'm not getting the desired feedback or the desired income from the time I'm spending doing this, but this moment forward, being sort of basically desensitized to it, is a great thing to identify and be like, well, I noticed something in myself at this point in time. I stopped caring. And then, literally, unless I had said that, I wouldn't have remembered later and been like, I just made a show one day and I was like, well, I basically just stopped caring about the desired feedback, when, of course, it is natural for the stuff to come, but it looks like it's not natural. So it looks like the whole thing's about compromise, guys. I gotta freaking go. No. Anyway, do an episode about Chris Barnes today. I'll say to myself, if I can just stay focused or whatever, and not have ADHD, and it's like a guy that does Twitch and does all this other stuff. He's like, I'm on prescriptions and I'm helping with my depression, and it's like no, that's great and all, but what I really want is to be a part of that non-profit event that he's hosting and advertising and stuff like that. And I actually genuinely did remember the other day, right now, or I'm remembering right now, genuinely remembering right now, sincerely is the word, sincerely remembering right now, this desire that I did actually have for kind of rehashing, unpacking a bookmark folder on my web browser that has nonprofits in there as an individual researching these nonprofits to see which ones that I really would be interested in getting involved in. But it's I'm naturally always ass backwards, don't do anything about it, it's like, okay, but if you do something about it, your ability to not do anything, your ability to not be the guy that did not do anything about it is no longer valid, and so I have to, if it is contaminated and tainted, then I have to do something about it. Are you a mycologist or not? I was smoking weed with a guy one time, and he's like, why don't you leave the philosophy to the philosophers? And I'm like, yeah, good thought. It's like, I'm thinking in thought. I'm sitting here and I'm deep in thought. And he's like, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess philosophy or philosophical stuff. And he's like, why don't you leave the philosophy to the philosophers? Hey, well, thanks. You gave me something else to think about. I just needed some more things to think about while I was sitting here thinking about some stuff. I mean, interesting. It's like really interesting. I'll even back up what I'm saying by reading magazines on philosophy and reading books about philosophers. I don't know. But we certainly do in this geographic location. Hold on. Think about what I just said about I'm picking eye boogers from my eyeball. Okay, stop thinking what I was saying, because I'm done picking eye boogers from my eyeball. We certainly do take things to extreme here in this geographic location. That's probably something you wanna utilize in moderation. It's probably a cool thing to have, like when you need it. But another monumental thing that happened here at this moment in time is either like that I say what's on my mind. I'm saying what I want to say right now, or I don't. But I said what was on my mind, and man, goddamn, this place is just getting very, very not good for me. Anyway, the death metal album got a single. It's like a pathetic human trash, or pathetic waste of space, like style type song, and its lyric video makes it so that I no longer have an excuse anymore for not understanding a word that they're saying, because the lyric video is available and it looks cool. On YouTube through Metal Blade Records' official YouTube channel. If I am mistaken about being 100% sure that I am not mistaken, and I'm not, so don't waste your fucking time. These fucking tracks over here might also be just good as that track that I mentioned. Is not waste of space, pathetic human trash. It was like no good. It is called no good. No good. Good for nothing. Scum or something like that. I don't know, but it'd be cool if the genre was not the genre, but the genre is the genre, and just the same way that the fucking all of the things holding me back from this unbridled desire to continue scrolling down here, as Z-Metal gets no feedback from me. I've spent a shitload of time on Z-Metal, won't even drop a like. Oh, and what about all these others? What about Revolver Mac? What about Hyde? What about, all these guys? These are creators for me who I have to jump back to. Latest in space, breaking space news. No thanks. Collecting memories, one place at a time. Yeah, I'm actually interested in that. Collecting memories. Probably some cool photos, but it's a verified account. No thanks. Classic guitar rock. Classic guitar rock celebrates the music and pop culture of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. No politics. Ooh, no politics makes it that I'm something else I'd be potentially interested in. It's like, alright, all or nothing. And most of the time it's just nothing. Like literal nothing. I mean, I'll drop a like on that Metal Blade Records post. It'd be the 96th like. But other than that, I gotta see what Shaq was talking about, what the Suffocation Slam. When someone calls Suffocation Slam, so Suffocation the band, when someone calls it Slam, like that they like it, it's good. This is a compliment. Shaq says timeout. I don't freaking say timeout though, because I freaking say something else. Something else other than timeout. I say probably Mr. T style, like, oh, I pity the fool. Oh, who thinks Suffocation Slam? You think Suffocation Slam? I don't like that. And then the stuff that comes after the Chris Barnes is going to be real, tread very lightly, because it's forever misanthropia, the band themselves promoting another band like Bolt Thrower. It's an old school 1989 death metal from Earache Records, and the full-length album of his British UK band. World Eater's their favorite track, I think. I don't know. The non-algorithm nature and frequency of this makes it so they don't add in and they're not here to educate you on this. Neither am I, for that matter. But Possessed is expressing some love for the road, some love for the road with Jeff Becerra. As this Bay Area black metal, technically, and it's a recent podcast I'm listening to has expressed that it's debatable whether they're black metal. They're technically black metal. They were depicted as being defined as black metal, but it's unfortunate that they don't fit the bill. So I personally, I don't like Possessed, but I don't dislike them either. And looking at this post, let's look into the comments, see what other people say to this. Is along the lines of, have a good day, Jeff, and Heart 100, and great seeing you in Detroit a couple weeks ago. It's been a long time. Rock on, my brother. Love you. I have the same shirt from the tour. Heart 100. Peace. Hell yeah, man. Houston tonight. Great seeing you, Charles. Sansom. Kim's got a crush on him. She's got a crush. Kim and Jeff sitting in a tree. KISSING. First came love, then comes marriage, then comes baby in the baby carriage. That's what's going on in my head, but that's something that's ever gonna be allowed to be posted on here for sheer lack of, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't happen. The no means no comes to mind. No means no is a great thing before I have to start relishing and appearing as it appears as though I'm enjoying saying no means no. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you type of no means no. But hey, can't teach an old dog new tricks. Hey, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And hey, look, corpse grinder at Stonehenge. I mean, is this AI? No, it's not AI. Corpse grinder's always posting pictures of himself and traveling and being experiencing travels in new and interesting places. If you follow Corpse Grinder, as he's got a fruitful Instagram profile that you should check out. So I wouldn't say that either, because nobody wants me to fucking waste and inconvenience myself this much to promote this guy's Instagram. Just a simple like. So I've dropped 2 likes so far, and on Possessed's posts. So I'll click like on Possessed too. He also has a good Instagram where he jumps on, and I saw a live stream. I caught a live stream and got to chat and chill. And there's another thing. that I talk about a little bit too much. So I don't talk about that other thing at all. And then I talk about this one too much. And then you go over here, you go over there. I guess I'm a director then. And I'm romantic. Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, Moonspell is the next post from the same artist just prior to Possessed, with this looks like Romanian flag. Huh. No. Persia, possibly. Possibly Persia. Let's check out. Let's check it. I like flags. Flag Day was like earlier on in the year, but flags are cool. You know, oh wait, here, Persia. No. Oh, I gotta go to emoji first, and let's jump into emoji. We're in the emoji search bar. Persia. I don't know. I'm out of guesses. I don't have any more guesses. But it's I'm stuck in a dilemma in these situations. I'm stuck in a dilemma. I have to either Google it or keep guessing or ask. And I'm not going to do either one of those things. So I'll kill some more time over here, I guess, then. Just social media homeless over here. You know, just straight up full-blown, full-fledged social media homeless. Ain't got nowhere to fucking go. Ain't got nowhere to be. But I have a job to do after making my purchase. And then I wake up in the morning, I have a job to do. And just looking at the, you know, the absolute sheer, can't fucking live with it, can't live without it. I don't know. I'm done. Anyway, Centra Media released this Moonspell album titled Irreligious. Yeah, great, interesting, whole nother avenue. I mean, keeping it very simple with talking about the band 6 Feet Under and the front man, and then the controversy surrounding him, or the shit talking about him is a very easily digestible, small portions to chew. But getting into the domain of what would be defined as theosophical, possibly theosophical. Well, hey guys, be on the lookout for my visit to the Theosophical Society near me, and then let me post pictures of myself and all this stuff. I've got no interest in doing that from fucking discovering just the way that I do things, man. So the gothic doom metal band Moonspell has to be I have to revisit this band. As on my first impression, I did not like what I saw. Probably through my suggested videos through Nightwish. So revisiting Moonspell should be good. That this album from 1996 is gothic metal. I'm not the biggest fan of gothic metal. It's just a breath of fresh air, pleasant surprise, personally calming effect, and a sort of low-key, chill, laid-back vibe here in the Vault of Doom, and the various other names that I could possibly come up with for this place, and finally some black metal Emperor, just Emperor, BM plus Legions. The guy does a vlog, the guy that runs this, I don't follow anybody, but the guy that does this, runs this profile, does a vlog, and he speaks in Spanish, and the captions don't translate for me, so I can't watch his vlog. much as I want to. But darn that pesky algorithm for giving me, you know, it's making me work way too fucking hard to find something that I can connect with over here. Way too fucking hard. And that's not got anything else added onto it at all whatsoever. Even if it seems like I'm adding something else onto that statement, there's nothing added onto that at all whatsoever. Next up, we have some classic rock. I can't cringe enough at this, but here we go. Skid Row, Monkey Business, 1995, Japan. It's ironic that oh, he actually said that. Okay, cool. It's ironic that for an 80s band, Slave to the Grind was actually one of the best albums of the 90s. Not only a heavier turn, but way darker too. Less big guns, and I Remember You, more The Threat, and Quicksand Jesus. 22 hours ago, Jay Keeley says this, and he goes into the articulation. He goes into the articulation of the guy being, or the band being, one that released some singles that he likes, ones that he doesn't like, and then goes on to describe those tracks, all of them. And speaking of all of them, I'm gonna have to tag all these guys that I'm featuring on my episode, all of them, and that's gonna be a whole fucking other thing. So that said, as much as I'd love to jump onto another social media site and just jump from social media to social media over here like a madman, vehemently sharing my thoughts with you on all of these things and getting it out of the way, calling it work and wiping, dusting, cleaning. We have a couple guys actually playing music in public, with a lute. A lute? Is it a lute? Is it a mandala? Is it a mandolin? Is it a lute or a mandolin? I don't know. I gotta know exactly what it is so that I have more useless garbage to add on to my plethora of knowledge. You know, useless knowledge is a great wormhole to have in 2015. Or whenever you met that girl at that bar, and she introduced herself as, I'm a plethora of useless knowledge. This is a great wormhole, because now I think that the names of instruments is useless garbage. You can see here that the problem is not the problem. The problem is it's literally he who may not be named and indescribable. Lads and lasses, this is fuck if I know, but it's very much a medieval instrument for sure. That's for sure. It's medieval. I could say that from the era of medieval. Weedian. He's got some psychedelic looking artwork on his profile pic. He's got him and his buddy. He's hanging out over there with his hat. I mean, being these guys is great and all. So, me scared for money now that acid bath is performed. Like, you gotta see how this sounds. And I got a comment. That's what I was gonna say. That I got to comment on that and be like, I am this, and then that's what I said. And then I'll go jump on there. Oop! I accidentally bookmarked the Skid Row post we just finished. Well, after the Skid Row post that we just finished and commenting on this. Never mind, hold on a second, one step at a time. Whew. I bet everything I'm looking at completely fits magically into whatever fucking I'm feeling right now. Yeah, except for the genuine and authentic experience of being present. man, people like me really need some healing, and healers and gurus and like conscious-minded people. And hey, I'm pretty thankful that I changed my sock, because I had a hole in my sock, and now I changed the socks, and there's not a hole in my sock anymore. Anyway, those guys gotta hear. Those guys gotta hear what I think about my listen. If I want to give a listen to a couple guys playing music for money in public to get acid bath tickets, allegedly, with a medieval instrument. I mean, can we do something with the time that we're gonna spend over here being like just constantly extravagant, constantly sensational? I'm gonna reiterate this for a second. The couple guys are playing music in public for money, assuming it's for an acid bath concert tickets with a medieval instrument. I mean, what about, if I don't use AI generated images often or anything like that, but if I did, well, what about using it for like, whatever, I don't know, I might be straying into dangerous shark infested waters, so my spidey senses tell me this. I trust my spidey senses on this, but I'll give a listen, I guess. Why not? Oh, it's not even the audio from the video. Well, whatever, that's cool. These guys did this, and now I want to go check on their profile and see what everything. Nope, I'm just gonna scroll right back up here to Emperor and then call it a fucking day, man. Let's just stare, talk about Emperor. Let's just stare at Emperor, talk about Emperor, call it a fucking day. Look at his leather pants. Look at his black leather pants. Look at those things, man. Look at those things. Look at that big sword, man. Look at their facial expressions. Look at the actual vintage nature of this photograph. This is not a filter. This is actually vintage. It's vintage because it's vintage. With the sword, the female singer of the band. I remembered commenting, saying that I was like saying something about, I wish you'd add more details or something like that. Anyway, look at me looking at this spitting of the ow. Sorry guys, I got a cramp. Anyway, all of this shenanigans and all this craziness is like acceptable and marketable when I don't have any kind of moderating, and this is unacceptable because this, and this is unacceptable because that. It's like silencing and censoring myself over here. I'm self-silencing, self-censoring. Ooh, 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 ooh. Raise the roof, baby boo. I raised the standard. I'm self-silencing and self-censoring. You don't have to worry about me saying anything slipping up, because I'm self-censoring. It's good to be self-censoring too, because when you're self-censoring, and you have to worry about other people censoring you, and then you censor yourself. And then don't forget my quick commercial break. Don't forget my feature film, Voyage, available on Lions Den Productions YouTube channel. Let's get back to the show of staring at Emperor. This is another cool thing about his attire, his garb. He's donning some big black robe. She's also donning a big black robe with some gold brown trim. material of his robe must be soft to the touch, or something like this. It just appears that way. It has a bit of the texture of having the dark spots and the light spots makes it appear both in large. Obviously, I'm not a photographer. I don't know how to speak in photography terms or anything like this, but they both in the large scale and small scale, that the contrast of light and dark colors make it look like he's got some kind of soft to the touch, but soft in like this sort of way. I mean, these are lengthy, soft materials, and then his are most likely short. And god damn, is this episode long. I sure wish that I had the desire to fucking chop these down and kind of make them into whatever. But hey, it's the season. Hey, it's the season premiere. And anyway, so the fucking sword, the attire. Now let's do a real big jump into the leap of faith over here. Whoa, there's just no. I'm not even gonna try. No, I'm not even gonna try backtracking and remembering and rehashing all this stuff. But yes, for potential legal reasons, avoiding potential litigation, I do have to tag all these people. And I started with Fit for an Autopsy. Wow, guys, thanks for watching as I do this same thing that you just saw me do, but without you watching. And that makes me happy. Yay! But a real outro and like a real closure is just like, I am saying goodbye, I am saying farewell, and I'm leaving you off with absolute... The episode's not finished, but this segment of the episode is finished like that! Guys, and after all that, I wish that I had the last, whatever it is that I need to say.
Notions of humanity forever.
Goodbye, farewell. Alright, say bye. Say bye. A major congratulations for you guys making it to the end of that one. Woo! Boy howdy, man oh man, is that one lengthy. I don't know why the hell I keep making these so unbearable for me. Honestly, I'm making these and they're totally unbearable. I gotta be totally honest, but hey, it'll smooth out the creases. Smooth out the creases of this thing just like a pair of dickies in the closet too long. Put a nice hot iron to it, smooth this thing out. But as a reward for you guys sticking through the troubles and the technical difficulties in the last episode and the length of this episode and all the other stuff, etc., blah, 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 blah.
I decided to reward you by throwing in a music video. Maybe I'm rewarding myself. I don't know. Maybe I'm just treating myself. But I threw in a music video here on each one of these. So enjoy and let it roar.
the effulgence of the moon and the warmth of the sun, with the clarity of water and wind in the trees, with the courage of the lion. I am in this present moment.